Today we're dissecting the Hisense 55U8QG, the 2025 flagship that's redefining the mid-premium TV space with eye-searing 5000 nit brightness, mini LED Pro technology, and native 165 Hz refresh rate, all while keeping the price under $1,000. Let's find out if this is the TV to beat this year. To make it easier for you, I've left the link to this product in the description and comments at a promotional price, so to guarantee it, click and add this product to your Amazon cart. The 55U8QG utilizes a sophisticated multi-layer panel architecture that merges several cutting-edge technologies. At its core is a mini LED Pro backlight system with up to 5,000 individually controlled dimming zones, approximately 5 times the count of typical LED LCD TVs in this price range. These microscopic LEDs are a mere 1/40th the size of traditional LEDs, enabling unprecedented precision in backlight control. When streaming dark scenes in shows like The Mandalorian or playing shadow-heavy games like Alan Wake 2, you'll notice dramatically reduced light blooming around bright objects on dark backgrounds. This means when watching a space scene with stars or a horror game with flashlights, you'll see pinpoint light sources without the distracting halos that plague lesser TVs. If you like reviews like this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it on your social networks. The panel achieves up to 5000 nits peak brightness, nearly 2 times what most OLED competitors deliver, making this TV particularly exceptional for bright rooms. During daily use, HDR highlights like sunlight reflections on water or explosions in action films maintain their intensity even with sunlight streaming through your windows. When watching sports during daytime, you won't need to close your curtains to see the action clearly. The scoreboard, player jerseys, and field details remain visible even with significant ambient light. The QLED technology deploys semiconductor nanocrystals measuring approximately 2 to 10 nanometers that precisely convert blue LED light into pure red and green wavelengths. This creates a wider color gamut covering approximately 95% of the DCI P3 space, the Hollywood standard for digital cinema. When watching nature documentaries, you'll notice subtle color gradations in sunsets, ocean depths, and forest scenes that budget TVs simply cannot reproduce. Video games like Horizon Forbidden West or Final Fantasy XVI display visually stunning landscapes with colors that pop without appearing artificial. The screen incorporates a multi-layer anti-reflective coating using optical interference principles to cancel out light reflections. This creates destructive interference for incoming light while maintaining image integrity. Placed opposite windows or in rooms with overhead lighting, this TV significantly reduces the mirror-like reflections that plague glossy screens. During evening sports events or gaming sessions where dark scenes predominate, you won't be constantly adjusting your seating position to avoid seeing your own reflection. The native 165 Hz panel, not software enhanced, delivers a genuine 6 milliseconds response time with extremely low input lag of approximately 8.4 milliseconds in game mode Ultra. The TV supports the full spectrum of VRR technologies including AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, G-Sync compatibility, and HDMI 4M VRR across a broad 48 to 165 Hz range. In competitive FPS games like Call of Duty or Apex Legends, this translates to substantially reduced motion blur and more responsive controls. When playing sports games like EA FC 25, fast player movements appear crisp rather than leaving smeared trails across the screen. The VRR support eliminates screen tearing during rapid camera pans in open-world games like Spider-Man or Assassin's Creed. Unlike most flat-panel TVs with downward-firing speakers, the 55U8QG incorporates a sophisticated 4.1.2 channel audio system with 8 discrete speaker units totaling 66 watts of power. This includes dedicated left/right channels, 2 up-firing speakers for Atmos height effects, and a built-in subwoofer module. When streaming action movies, explosions have genuine impact rather than the tinny sound typical of flat TVs. Dialogue clarity remains exceptional even during complex soundscapes. The up-firing speakers create noticeable height effects during rainstorms, helicopter flyovers, or atmospheric game sequences without requiring additional equipment. The HiView AI Engine Pro uses a dedicated neural processing unit specifically optimized for image analysis. It performs real-time scene detection across 20-plus categories and applies content-adaptive processing including motion interpolation with object detection to prevent the soap opera effect around moving objects, AI-based upscaling that restores details lost in compressed streaming content, HDR tone mapping that preserves both shadow detail and highlight information simultaneously. When streaming compressed content from services like YouTube or older TV shows, the processor intelligently reduces compression artifacts while enhancing details. Sports broadcasts appear cleaner with reduced noise in fast-moving plays. When switching between different content types, movies, sports, animation, the TV automatically optimizes picture settings without manual adjustment. The TV features 3 HDMI ports, with 2 supporting the full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth of 48 gigabits per second. This allows for simultaneous connection of next-gen gaming consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X, with full capabilities enabled. The eARC implementation supports lossless audio pass-through including Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master Audio. You can connect a PlayStation 5 running at 4K per 120 Hz with HDR enabled while simultaneously having an Xbox Series X connected to the other HDMI 2.1 port both, with full bandwidth available. When using a compatible soundbar via eARC, you'll get full-quality Dolby Atmos without compromise while maintaining gaming performance. Positive points. Exceptional brightness performance. The 5000 nit peak makes HDR content truly pop in ways most TVs simply cannot match, especially noticeable in bright rooms. Superior contrast management. Mini LED implementation with 5000 dimming zones creates OLED rivaling black levels with substantially higher brightness. True motion clarity. Native 165 Hz panel provides genuinely superior motion handling for sports and gaming without artificial processing. Comprehensive HDR format support covers all major standards. Dolby Vision IQ, HDR 10+ adaptive, HLG, with dynamic metadata processing for optimal scene-by-scene performance. Surprisingly capable built-in audio. The 4.1.2 channel system delivers room-filling sound that outperforms most soundbars under $300. Excellent gaming functionality. Full suite of HDMI 2.1 gaming features with intuitive game bar overlay for quick adjustments. Compelling price positioning. Delivers performance competing with TVs costing $500 to $800 more from premium brands. Anti-reflection coating that actually works. Noticeably reduces glare compared to standard LED panels. Google TV implementation with wide app support, smoother, more intuitive interface than previous Android TV versions. Advanced calibration options, professional-level controls available for enthusiasts seeking perfect accuracy. Negative points. Limited viewing angle performance. Image quality degrades noticeably beyond 30 to 40 degrees off-center, making it less ideal for wide seating arrangements. Occasional blooming still visible. Despite the high zone count, some blooming remains visible in extreme contrast scenarios. White text on black backgrounds, stars in space. Only 3 HDMI ports. Competitors often offer 4 ports at this price point, potentially requiring an HDMI switch for complex setups. Mediocre built-in voice recognition. Microphone performance struggles in noisy environments compared to dedicated smart speakers. No hands-free voice control. Requires remote button press, unlike some competitors with always listening capability. Minor DSP compression at maximum volume. Audio shows signs of compression when pushed to 100% volume levels. Wi-Fi 6 but not 6E. Lacks the latest Wi-Fi standard for future-proofing. Remote lacks backlighting. Difficult to operate in darkened home theater environments. Power consumption higher than OLED alternatives. Consumes approximately 220 watts at maximum brightness versus 100 to 150 watts for comparable OLEDs. Google TV ads and recommendations can be intrusive. Home screen prioritizes content promotion over customization. The Hisense 55U8QG represents exceptional value in the increasingly competitive mid-premium TV segment. Its blinding brightness, advanced mini-LED implementation, and genuine gaming chops make it a compelling alternative to more expensive options from Samsung and Sony. While not perfect, particularly for wide seating arrangements, this TV excels for front and center viewing in both bright living rooms and dedicated media spaces. At $999, it delivers 90% of what you'd get from TVs costing nearly twice as much, cementing Hisense's position as the value leader in premium performance. For movie lovers, gamers, and sports enthusiasts seeking maximum visual impact without breaking $1,000, the U8 series deserves your serious consideration. If you like reviews like this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it on your social networks.